What, you got trucks or cars? What are those?
Guys.
Cars, yes they are. So today I'd like to talk to you guys a little bit about getting the grade versus learning something. Now this is an analogy, this isn't only for students, which we should all be students of life, but this is about getting the grade versus learning something. So I want to point out that I am cleaning the kitchen, and now there's counter space and a little bit of organization and a pile of dishes left to do, but we're almost done cleaning the kitchen. And I was sweeping up and I was thinking to myself, man, I sure hope someone notices this and says thank you, right? Like that's what I was thinking. And then that got me to thinking, okay, am I cleaning the kitchen to have a clean space in which to cook and to be, or am I cleaning the kitchen so that someone will notice that it's clean and then say thank you for it? I've determined that I ultimately clean whenever I actually clean and I actually do something like that. I do it for me. I do it because I want to have the clean space, because I know if I have the clean space, then I'd be more likely to cook, and if I'm more likely to cook, and that means I want to cook, and if I'm wanting to do what it is I'm doing, then the food's going to turn out better, and in turn, the children or the adults or whoever it is that's eating the food is going to enjoy the food more, because when I enjoy what I do it better, right? I think we can all agree on that. So that made me go back to this thing I heard Rob Bell talking about. He was talking about, this was like Robcast 11 or something like that. And he's talking about this idea of, he's listening to his son talk about all this stuff that he was learning in school, and he was helping him with his homework, and he was like, you know, this and this and this is this scientific thing, and he was just like going through this, like this science, I think it was science or chemistry or something, all these formulas, and he was reciting them, getting them right. And then Rob Bell was like, well, what does any of that mean? And the kid said, oh, I don't know, I have no idea, I just want to get the grade, I'm gonna get an A, you know? And he took it a different direction, but I wrote down this long thing about how much in our lives, to use this analogy, how much of our lives do we spend trying to just get an A? You know, like instead of trying to be happy, we want the trappings of happiness. Instead of learning, you know, we want the trappings of learning, which is the grade, the frame, the reward for learning. The reward for learning is an A. Yay, you learned, here's your A. The reward for being balanced, I mean, this is hypothetically, being balanced and being successful in your life is financial wealth and having material items. But we are like obsessed with the material items more than we are with the balance and with, you know, success. We're just obsessed with the appearance of success. We're obsessed with the appearance of learning. You know, we're obsessed with the appearance of happiness. And I just think, I think it's a fascinating thing to observe in your life. What is it that you're doing for the appearance or the trappings of it, of whatever it is you're pursuing, versus the actual heart of it? Like, you know, are you going out to the zoo, or, I mean, not with this weather the way it is right now, but are you going out with your family so that you have a picture that makes you look like you're happy, and that you can put on social media? Or are you going out to have an experience with your kids? Are you going, you know, just take this thought and apply it anywhere in life. Are you actually after the good thing, or are you after the appearance of the good thing, of the reward of the good thing? Anyway, that is just a random musing that came to my head today. I found it amusing, and so I thought I would share it with y'all. Anyway, it's been a good day today. I had a really nice brainstorm session earlier. I actually uploaded it to YouTube, but as an unlisted link, because it's got some of the ideas for the project I'm working on that I don't really want to make public yet, but I do want to have it out there so that if anyone's curious, I can send it to them. But yeah, I had a really nice session when I was talking about basically a lot of times the problems we run into in life are whenever there's something we were supposed to do or something we need to do in order to move forward, in order to progress, whether it's finances or relationships or whatever, and there's usually something blocking that. And it was this technique that I'm thinking about incorporating into an app to help you go from, oh my gosh, this is a mountain of things, to here are the specific things and here is the way to get them done. And then also, here's more motivation to get them done. Because sometimes, you know, like filing your taxes, or it's like, well, really, there's no reward for this thing. The reward is that I don't have a negative consequence. And a lack of negative consequence is rarely a very inspiring thing. Like fear, fear or pressure or anything like that. It's a really crappy motivator. But if you have something positive to look forward to, beyond the lack of a negative consequence, then you're more apt to tackle the project. You're more apt to do the thing that you're supposed to do. So anyway, it was a really good brainstorm, and the way it fits into the app is beautiful. The way it fits into the social network element of it is beautiful, and it was just really nice to be able to take something that I do for myself on a daily basis to get myself kickstarted, to get myself rolling on whatever the day's chores and tasks are. It was nice to be able to write that out on a whiteboard and get video of it, and in a way that I can actually explain to other people. Because a lot of times what happens is I'll have this idea or I'll have this method that I implement for myself, and then it's like, well, okay, how does that fit into an app? Or like, how does that fit into this project you're working on, Palmer? This is usually Amanda talking. It's like, that one element's cool, but how does this fit into the larger thing? And how do you start all this? And how do you implement all this? And it was just a nice moment to have a breakthrough where I could really make it make sense. So, as always, thanks for watching. And I'm going to finish cleaning up this kitchen, and I'm going to get lunch ready for these children who are singing Jingle Bells in the next room adorably. There was like a tiny bit of ice out and a tiny bit of snow out, and they canceled school last night. It's like, when I was a kid, I never thought I'd do this. When I was a kid, but truly, when I was a kid, I mean, there had to be like 6 inches of snow out there. At least that's how I remember it. I always remember like, oh my God, I hope they cancel school, and they never did. Not never, but it was like once or twice in my entire life did they cancel school. I could be misremembering. It doesn't matter. Thanks for letting me be excitable and energetic, and again, thanks for watching.